Hey guys, I'm going to walk you through a couple new features that we have on our Power Player page. So on our Power Player page, if you have multiple teams on RTSports or even hundreds of teams on RTSports, it's a simple function that helps you manage your teams in a better format. It allows you to make waiver claims quickly, edit lineups, and look at your scores for the week. So if you go under your nickname tab, if you have several teams on the site, you will see a football power player page option. It'll allow you to look at scores, edit the lineups, make waiver claims, search for players, look at your share percentage, and edit your draft room rankings. So if you go under the scores option, you will see all of your scores for the week. It'll show you the minutes remaining, your projections against that team. It'll show you who you're facing, what league you're in. If we go back and look at week 3, it will show you your results from this week. A new addition to the site this year is this pie graph on the left-hand side, and then also a bar graph that is now loading in. So this pie graph, it'll show you how many games that you won and lost. So we got 20 wins last week. We got 13 losses for an overall record of 20 and 13. This bar graph that's loading in, it will show you what place you're in these leagues. So if you hover over this first, so we are in first place in 9 different leagues. We are in second in 5 different leagues, third in 8 different leagues, and so on. So that's a good way to look at how well your teams are doing on a very scaled graph. So if you click on one of these options, it will go ahead and load the game cast for that individual league, and then you can go ahead and look at your scores against the opponent and individual player scores. It'll be highlighted green if you won the matchup, red if you lost. During the live matchups, it'll show you if you're currently winning or losing, as well as completed wins and losses results. So if we go back under the nickname tab, we can go ahead and click on lineups. So this lineups tool is an easy way to go ahead and edit your lineups in a very quick formatted way. So a new feature that we added is this check mark in the upper left hand corner. If you click on this, it will go ahead and show your incompleted lineups on RTSports. An incompleted lineup is a player that's currently out or there's a blank spot in your lineup. So if you go ahead and click on that, we had one lineup that came up with McCaffrey still in our starting lineup. So we can quickly go ahead and make that switch, go ahead and substitute McCaffrey out and put in the new player for him. Another option is to quickly search for players for your lineup. So if you go ahead and type in a player's last name, click on the player, it will highlight all of your lineups that have that player. So we went ahead and typed in Dak Prescott. So it's going to come up and highlight all of the Dak Prescott teams that we currently have. So in case there's like late news, injury news about this player right before game, you can go ahead and type that player in and then quickly substitute that player in and out. And you'll see that their name is highlighted in green, and it's all lineups just based on that player. You can go ahead and exit out of Dak Prescott and then go back to your original lineup page. At the bottom, we have an option that you can go ahead and opt out of the flex position on our site. So what we do is we automatically put in your flex for the last player start time. This allows you more functionality to go ahead and substitute that player out in case there's injury news or he gets a late scratch from the game. Then you can have that flex position to go ahead and add in a running back, wide receiver, or tight end to that flex spot. An example here is Mike Williams that is now in the flex spot on Monday at 8:15. So it allows you to go ahead and have that extra flexibility to put any position in instead of him being locked in. So if you want to opt out of that option, you can go ahead and check mark that box to opt you out of that option. If you go back under the nickname tab, you can go ahead and click on waivers. So this is probably the biggest new addition and probably one of the best features on the site. So this Power Player waivers page allows you to make claims for the same player on multiple different leagues. So right now you're going to see that we currently have it set up to look at our buys and injuries on this waiver wire page. So you can go ahead and look at full rosters or no rosters. It's basically an easy way to tell you who you have on that team, but instead of scrolling through every single league. If you want to make an individual league claim, you can go ahead and just click on edit. It's going to take you into the league, and then you can make an individual league claim. Now, if you're wanting to make a big league claim for one player in like all of your leagues, so say you really want Joey Sly, so you can go ahead and type in his last name, go and select him. What you can do is you can bid on him for every single one of your leagues that he's available. So you can go ahead and type in a dollar amount. We can go ahead and click on 20, and then we can select the bid all option. This will bid $20 on Joey Sly in every single one of our leagues. Every single league that we have in RTSports, it's going to bid $20 for him on. You can go ahead and edit that amount for each one of the leagues. So you can go ahead and change this league to $27, this league to $15, and you can make it different for each league if you want. Then you can go ahead and select what player you want to be dropped in that league. Go ahead and select what players, and so on, and then you'll click save at the bottom, and then it will submit these claims. So we'll have 33 claims in for Joey Sly for these leagues. So you just go ahead and hit save, and then it will submit those claims. So that's a really good function if there's a popular free agent ad that you think everyone's going to go after and you want him in every single one of your leagues. You can go ahead and do that. It's a quick way instead of going in every single league and making a waiver claim. If we go back under the nickname tab, we can go ahead and use the search tool. This is where you can search for if you own this player and how many leagues. So if we go ahead and type in Joey Sly, we can go ahead and see how owned he is in all of our leagues. We got him at 0%. We got him in 0 out of 93 leagues. If we want to add him to our watch list in leagues, we can go ahead and click on one of these stars, and it will add him to our watch list. And based on how popular we want him to be in our watch list, you can go 1 to 5 stars. You can go ahead and remove him from your watch list as well. Right here, it's going to show if he's a free agent in your league. If you click on free agent, it's going to come up with the option to go ahead and make a waiver claim on this player. So now we got a waiver claim. You can go ahead and enter a bid on him for this league. If you want him in that league, you scroll down, and X means he's already on a team in the league. So currently he's already on a team in this league, and we're not able to go ahead and claim him. If he was currently on your roster, it will either show him as a starter or as a bench role. So it's another easy way to look at your team's rosters and decide an easy way to substitute players in. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at player share percentage. So under this player share percentage, it's going to show you your percent owned of that player and the percent money owned of this player. So right now I've got highlighted a money percentage. There's a difference between ownership percentage and money percentage because each one of your leagues can be a different value. So I currently own 44% of Robbie Anderson and 44% of Damian Harris. But when you click on the ownership percentage, it's different for each one of those because we got Damian Harris that's lower because it's a different dollar amount for that type of league. So it's a nice way to track your ownership percentage and kind of know who you want to do better in your leagues based on how much percentage that you own him. Another cool feature that we added this year is this new edit rankings page. So you can have multiple rankings. So you can go ahead and create a PPR rankings, a Superflex rankings, a Dynasty rankings. So you can go ahead and create these different rankings based on different styles because each one of our different types of leagues, there's a different ADP kind of sort of based on if it's a Superflex, Best Ball, Dynasty. So you can go ahead and create your own personal rankings. Go ahead and just type in rankings here, add them over to your list. You can drag and drop them up in your rankings. I want to go ahead and move Barkley from 6 up to 3. So go ahead and drag them in. You can go ahead and name your rankings. So I'm just going to name this one PPR. Go ahead and save that. Then we can go ahead and import this rankings into the draft room. If we want to create a new rankings, go ahead and select new. You can go ahead and edit your rankings, Superflex instead of PPR. So we're going to have more QBs. And go ahead and adjust your rankings. Just hit the plus to add them over, and then you can drag and drop them up and down on your rankings, and you can go ahead and save that Superflex. And then when you import them into your draft room, you can just go ahead and select which rankings you want to be imported. So those are a lot of the Power Player page functions and some of our new functions that we have added to the site. If you have any questions about these functions or you have any suggestions for us to add to the site, feel free to contact us at support@rtsports.com or give us a call at 636-447-1170. Thanks.